The Magician's Apprentice, Sunrise, Taurus 17. A battle between the swords and the torches. This is a symbol of the eternal struggle between the practical necessities or transient competitions of life on the one hand, and the motives and meanings which give them direction and order on the other, as here emphasized on the world stage. Pause. Commentary. Okay, so this is an ongoing thing, eternal struggle that we have. There are practical necessities, things that we need. There are also transient competitions, things we must do to get those things. That's on one side. That's the sword. And the motives and meanings which give them direction and order on the other. So in other words, more importantly, what's the intention, the motivation, and the meaning behind how we're going about getting our necessities or handling our transient competitions. This is the duality set up today. Let us continue. Man survives and gains a genuine self-fulfillment as he aligns himself with the cause of enlightenment while yet respecting the manifestations of might. Commentary. Pause. All right, we're promised a double promise here. Not only survival, that our needs will be met and that we'll be able to handle the transient competitions of life, but that we will also gain a genuine self-fulfillment. As we align ourselves with the cause of enlightenment. So not only will we get our needs met and be able to handle transient competitions, but we will gain a genuine self-fulfillment as we align ourselves with the cause of enlightenment. We have to seek that understanding. That's the missing component usually. And while yet respecting the manifestations of might, we do live in a world where there are powers at play. So that's why I used the picture from Moana today, where, she has to respect the crab's might because the crab could kill her. She has to be, this is a transient competition, right? She wants to get, the, what is it that, I can't remember the names of the characters, but anyway, she wants to get his weapon, oh gosh, I'm at a loss for the words here, but you all know what I'm talking about. Maui's hook. Oh, my goodness. I'm gonna let this roll. I would love to take out the mistake. Would love to just splice that out with an audio recorder editor, right? I'm not going to. This is the aligning ourselves with cause of enlightenment. We must want something and it will be given. You must hear the struggle, the transient competition. There is a reason I chose those pictures. So there you go. There's an example within an example, a dream within a dream. Okay? Keyword is resolution. To resolve something, you don't have to go for one thing or the other. You have the right as a divine cosmic being to go for both. You are in the world. You must respect the might of the world. But that cannot ever prevent you from gaining the greater understanding by aligning yourself with the cause of enlightenment. When positive, this degree is high organizational skill and an ability to bring the magic of understanding to any specific difficulty. Okay, now the magic of understanding, there's the word we're looking for in this lunation, magic, right? Magician's Apprentice. So the picture you see on the front here is where I have taken our tarot and I have put them in a organization. Didn't it say that? High organizational skill. I'm going to be going through this later in a live presentation to explain to you what I've done here so we can see the magic being called out by this in the 4 elements. Okay, so this recording here is just a prep for the live lesson later. If you really want to see the magic of understanding that our tarot is bringing to us as to how to deal with gaining that which we need and appropriately dealing with transient competitions, all the while aligning ourselves with the cause of enlightenment so that we can have both the swords and the torches working together to bring us this double promise. I invite you to join me for a live presentation later as we talk about the elements. All right, here is, I will read this again. I want to read something to you. This, you might have to listen to it a few times. I actually cut out this quote and put it on my clipboard so that whenever I'm dealing with elements, I can refresh my understanding. Quote, this is by Mark Edmund Jones. Quote, a parenthetical note is needed here, and it will be an annoyance to all but the true student. Fire is always the basic spiritual element, but earth and water transpose places according to the point of view in any elemental charting of life. For the cosmos, water is the basic complement of fire, but earth is anything that is a part of some greater whole. There are always two parents in literal expression, the sustainer as earth and the creator as water, but there is only one source of individuality in the fire of selfhood. Air is not a different aspect of selfhood, but is awareness of selfhood, and there is no necessity in thinking that makes transposition of fire and air ever necessary. The whole difficulty lies in the structure of thinking itself. Once the simple fact of this is grasped, the difficulty disappears. From the point of view of the cosmos, the progress is from water to earth, and all is ceaseless involution, that is, time vanishes. But man's evolution is a process canceling space, diagrammed as here, from earth to water. I invite you to listen to that a couple of times over. I'll be leaning heavily on that quote and that understanding of the elements because that's how I have them lined up here on the board, and we will discuss and find the deeper magic hidden in our tarot, our new moon tarot, the Magician's Apprentice, sophistication, a man muffled up with a rakish silk hat. Tip of the hat to you. I'll be back with you later. Bye-bye.